Just don't have. Thank you, Moana. How I just don't have time for a lot of things to do that I would like to do. So what ended up happening is she said, "Well, hey, have you heard of this book called 12 Week Year?" I said, "No, I have not." And she said, "Well, yeah, I'm gonna text it to you." So she texted it to me, did my research, and I said, "Yeah, yeah, I need this in my life. Yeah, yeah, yeah." And so everybody knows. If you don't know, we got a new company that we're forming a startup called Success Formula, and what we're doing is we're helping people plan. And so this book has really helped me accelerate to where I'm trying to grow and where I'm trying to go. You got to be intentional and go on mute for me, Mark Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to be intentional with any and everything that you do. So I said, hey, I'm going to be intentional. So I got this book. So I called my twin. So I called my twin, brother Reese. I call him my twin because man, his brother, man, he's a interesting individual. And you're talking about somebody that is doing some things in the real estate community. This guy is doing his thing and doing it very big. And I can't wait for him to come on next because I want him to speak and share his story a little bit and then talk about how the book has helped him. So, because I wanted to go first, so he can go next because I want this, and I'm doing this purposefully. So think about it like this: I was intentional. We were on the phone. I said, "Hey, man, I got this book," and not really wanting him to get it or anything. Uh, but I said, "Hey, man, I got this book, man, and I mean, this book is so interesting." I'm like, "Man, this is helping me with my time and planning and time management, all this other stuff like that." He said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Oh yeah, man. Yeah." The author is named Brian Moran. He got a co-author, and they got the 12-week year. And he was like, "Well, yeah, send it to me and let me take a look at it." He said, "Yeah." Once he took a look at it, he said, "Yeah, uh, yeah, we got to do something with this." And so you want a friend, you want a partner, you want somebody like that that is going to help you sustain something beautiful for your mind's sake, because your mind's sake is everything. Like we get insurance for our car, we get insurance for our house, but we don't really develop ourselves like we should, right? And so the 12-week year is a development tool. So you're here to be developed in some type of way. So you need tips, techniques, and ideas. No tricks because you want strategy, you want discipline, you want consistency. So with that, that's my piece and what the book has done for me. And then I want Brother Reese to introduce himself, how the book has helped him, and then I want everybody to introduce themselves, and then let's go from there. So good morning, Brother Reese.
Good morning, everyone. So, so the 12-week year, man. So once I heard a little bit about what the book does, from there, I was like, I'm super interested in it. So just like I've been on like my own journey for like the last couple of years, just trying to find really who I am as a person because it seemed like I always had different I don't know what the word to call it, but I had different personalities. And everyone was me, but it wasn't really me full time in a way. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes if I'm angry, I'm not an angry person. My heart is good. It's full of gold. But if I'm mad, I'm a whole nother person. So I had to, you know, go into myself to really find like who am I? So one of the books that that helped me put a piece together of my life was the 12-week year. So what the 12-week year helped me with was basically being intentional. I always come on the morning call sometimes and I always say that I need to be organized. So that organization I got from the 12-week year, it gave me like a blueprint of what's needed in order to make it to the next step. Not even like the next level, because I'm not really trying to just jump and just try to be Superman overnight. I'm just trying to enjoy the journey. And as I read this book, it just gives me the tools that I need. Another book that I needed was mindset. So I don't want to go off from different books, but one that I learned on mindset is like the power of like now or living in the moment. So every book played a big part, and this was a major part because I'm always doing a million things, and sometimes I never accomplish them. But now this is showing me how I don't have to do a million things. I don't have to be good at a million different things. I just need to be good at what I'm good at, or just focus on one thing and be good at that, and stop trying to do a million different things. So, I'm still learning every single day. I'm not a master of nothing yet, but I'm becoming a master of myself. And yeah, so the book is magical because if you just unorganized and you just figuring out and you just thinking like, man, what do I do? Where do I go? Man, you read that book, it's gonna give you some direction. If you lost, you're gonna get some direction with that book. And it don't play with you. It tell you exactly what you got to do, and you're gonna get uncomfortable. And hey, I'm for being uncomfortable. I think my whole life I've been uncomfortable. So now when I get these little tasks and stuff that I need to do, I'm like, hey, let's get it done. So that's really what a big part that it played for me, just really being organized. Me knowing how to narrow things down, focus, and I needed that bad. I can't even explain how bad I just was into doing everything. So now I'm just focusing. I'm doing something and not everything. So it's a start, and as I master it, as I continue to master it, it's just gonna build. You know what I mean? So that's what it did for me. So glad that you're there.
Man, I appreciate it, and we got a new guest on. Good morning, Miss Jenny.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for
Good.
the invite and um talking about the 12 week to 12 week work. Oh my God. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I do the same thing too. It's 12-week year.
12 week year. Okay. I need to add that to my Amazon.
Yeah, we added. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do another discussion 12 weeks from now. So this will give you the opportunity to uh get the book and then read it and then see where you are in 12 weeks. And then like everybody will be attached to me. So if you need anything, any questions or any ideas, just reach out and then just go from there. So, but
Okay.
introduce yourself, let everybody know where you're from and who you are, what you do. And then I know that was a mouthful, so if you forget some of the questions, just ask.
Well, my name is Jenny Adib. I am from Virginia, but after high school, I joined the military and I've been in the military for 9 years, but I'm separating in July. I am happily married with a 2-year-old, and I joined Army Mentor about the beginning of February. And yeah, I'm on this journey with everybody. I guess everybody's feeling a little discouraged. I made a post and everybody's commenting that they're right there with me. But, talking to Derek last night, it's like, okay, the path is more clear and I need to keep going. So I look forward to talking to everybody.
Well, Miss Jenny, so a humble brag moment. So let me ask you this question. So before you spoke with me, how did you feel? And this is so when I say I'm so transparent, I let everybody know, my failures, just anything. But so this is good information for people to know where you were and where you are because it's a difference. They play uh both parts, and then I'll share something with
Oh, well, before, ironically, literally that day I was just talking to somebody else. I'm gonna be honest, I felt like, did I just waste $30,000 on this damn training? Like it's so discouraging. And my coach can say so much, you're doing great, but I just didn't feel it. But after talking to Derek, he really put it into perspective to me, like, hey, I was once in your shoes and I'm doing it. So he gave me the confidence and the motivation back that I needed. Um, basically he was just saying, no, like, you got this. Your story is should be motivating enough because, like, I'm Guatemalan. My parents are foreign. So I didn't really grow up like I didn't grow up with everything. So I really come from nothing, is what I'm trying to say. So I definitely feel very motivated to get back on track after the
Where's your
call.
MOS? Where's your MOS?
My job, I'm supply.
92 Alpha or 92 Yankee?
I'm Navy. We don't use that.
Oh, you're Navy. I thought you said Army. Oh, my bad. Okay,
No,
okay, cool,
no.
cool. I got you. Nah, I was in the Army myself. I did 8 years. I just met it. I did the process that you're going through now. Are you mad boarded?
No, I'm just separating on my
ETS.
own.
Oh, ETS. Okay, cool, cool. All
Mhm.
right. Well,
Yeah,
welcome to
that's
the team,
cool.
to the family.
Thank you.
Well, good. So I'm gonna share something with you, Miss Jenny. So it was nothing that I did really in the conversation. I just spoke with you. I didn't. I just said it's about you. It's always about you. So you got to get out of your head. And this for anybody that's on this call, and it's for anybody that'll see this recording. So you got to get out of your way with the distractions and everything, right? And so from there, you were the deciding factor. You made the decision because after you got out the call with me, you could have chosen to say, "Man, I don't feel this. I'm not doing this. I quit." But and I was talking to Reese this morning. Hey, I said, life is hard, but it's hard being broke too. So, and it's gonna be hard trying to do something else. So, which heart would you choose? You're already in the heart, so continue to complete the heart so you can go on to the next heart. Because guess what? It's going to be hard regardless. So, I just wanted to shine that light on you and just tell you, woman, you are brilliant, right? And to encourage you and to help you understand that it's going to be hard, but you realize you saw, you got, and now you're about to conquer. And I can say that, hey, once I see you on in 1,000 doors and you buy me a chicken plate, that's my fee that you owe me is a chicken plate. It got to be grilled because I'm trying to be good. So grill, no grill salad plate. So that's my fee. That's my consulting fee for you.
Okay, consider it
All right,
done.
all right. But I'm really proud of you because like, hey, guess what, guys? Okay, tell what is your focus? Why? What did you tell me that motivated me yesterday? What do you want to get out of real estate education? What's the end goal for you? You said you wanted to do what?
I wanted to be a successful multifamily syndicator.
Man, look, if that don't give y'all energy to get up and shout right now, like she, man, it's you got to be specific with your words. And she was specific with her work. And this is why I love working with women. No offense, guys, but I love working with women because you give a woman a home, you give a woman the house, she'll make it a home. You give women
Mhm.
flowers, guess what? She gonna make some bouquets with that. You give a woman some supplies for food, guess what? She's gonna make a meal out of it, right? So you gotta be specific with what you want and what you want to go after. And that motivated me. I was like, man, I hear you. I hear you. So people need to hear your story. Your story is your glory, and your story is your invitation for people to really help and understand that hey, you were once where you were, right? But now you're not. So you have to stay the path. You got to stay the course. All right. So you got it, Miss Jenny.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. With it, yeah. Hey, y'all come off of me and give her a hand for that. Give her a hand for that. Like, I mean, like, wow. Like, congratulations.
For real.
Um. So
Thank you.
next, you're so welcome. So next, we got a new person that just joined us. Oh, Brian, he gave you the virtual clap. Look. uh, uh. So Miss Deborah, good morning. Come off of mute.
Good
Introduce
morning.
yourself. Let us know who you are, what you do, and where you from.
Good morning. I'm Deborah Swan. I am from Florida, and I am an investor in multifamily apartments.
All right. Well, cool. So brief rundown. We are because we're gonna have to cut it short in a little bit because I got to get ready for the next event. But however, just to catch you up, so we're here to discuss the 12-week work year. So the 12-week work year is a book by Brian Moran, and it helps you plan. So I also had a discussion with Miss Deborah on yesterday, who was having some difficulties in multifamily, and I think she's no, I don't think I know Miss Deborah's on the right track. So let me ask you this question, Miss Deborah. So before you spoke with me yesterday, how were you feeling? And then after you spoke with me yesterday, how were you feeling? So give me the skinny, give me the info. You got to be specific. So just let me know.
All right. Before I spoke to you yesterday, I had a lot of information overload, and I was completely frozen in space. I could not move. I didn't know where to go, what to do. I just didn't know how to get moving. Um, After I talked to you, I got clear direction. I could see my steps. I knew where I was stuck. I knew what I needed to do. I knew I was at that stage where I needed to plan, because if I don't plan, as you said, if what was the phrase you used? If it doesn't
If it
flow,
if
it
it if
doesn't
it
go.
That's right. If it doesn't flow, it doesn't go.
And I had no clear direction. So I do, after talking to you, Derek, I have a very, very clear direction of my path. So thank you.
No, thank you. Nothing that I did. I just helped you realize that hey, you got this. You got this, Miss Deborah. Am I right or am I right?
I got it. I
Hey, I
got it.
knew it. So I'm right. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. So but good. We're glad that you're here. So we will go
And one
to
more thing before you go, Derek, from me.
yes, ma'am.
The book that you've mentioned, the 12-week year, I
Uh-huh.
have the book and the workbook. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
ready when you are.
All right. Okay. Well, look. So check this out. What we're gonna do is we're going to come back in 12 weeks. So take a deep dive in the book, and that'll really help you kind of focus on what you wanted to do within the multifamily and alone. We'll be talking to come up with a better plan for you as we talking and discussing some of the markets that you want to work in and how you need to speak with brokers and how you need to study the markets. Because one thing that I've learned, the more education that you get, even outside of whatever education that you have, you still need to have a foundation, but then you need other things that can help support. Because one thing, if you're one track minded, you only think one way. So that's why you need to have an international education. So you need a little bit of here, a little bit of there, a little bit of everywhere. So, but yeah, so in 12 weeks, and then we'll be promoting it to make sure that everybody is ready. So, but I'm so excited, so excited for you guys that are on today because you're being intentional with your time. So, thank you for joining us, Miss Deborah, and thank you for introducing us and letting us know who you are, what you do, and where you're from.
Thank you.
All right, brother Mark Anthony, can you come off of mute? Introduce yourself. Let us know who you are, where you're from, what you do, and what has the book done for you.
Morning, everyone. So, Mark Anthony Masters, go by Mark Anthony. Let's see, I'm currently in the military. And as I'm sitting here listening to everybody speak, I kind of realized that Derek Reese and his friend, I missed her name. What was her name? Just getting ready to
Jenny?
get out of the military. Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah, you guys like my future because in like 4.5 years, I get out of the military. You know, I want to be like you, moving around, doing things, and just like Reese, having property and all that. So my thing with real estate, it's to be a developer. It's not all about to own the properties, right? It's to be a developer. That's the overall arching goal, not dream, goal. So this is what I have right here, right? This is the 12-week planner, 12-week year goal planner. And I think that probably after 6 weeks, you probably should order another one because it's just 12 weeks and you write everything in there. So it helps you to plan out everything as you're moving forward. And the most important thing that I got out of the book is the part that we're doing right here. We're coming together, we're talking about it, but also it's important that at the end of every week in the 12 weeks that you have they say like Sunday, you sit down and you review what about the week before and then the week where you're going into and make whatever changes that you need to make. And then you keep going because it's important to be what I call laser focused because, you take a flashlight, you shine it, you will see where you're going, but with a laser, you're pointed at one spot and it will do damage if you're not careful. If that is your intention to do damage or to accomplish a goal, that's what will happen. But if you're spread all over the place, that's like the light, you'll see everything, and you have what I call the shiny object syndrome. You're running around, oh, I'll do this, I do this, but it's time to cut that out because unfortunately, we really don't know how much time that we have. And if we need to make an impact in our lives, our families' lives, our friends' lives, or whomever life that it is, we need to be very focused. So that's what I've got. And Derek, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
All right, thank you, man. Look, when I say guys, when I listen to people, I'm so selfish because it's all about them, right? And you'll have a lot of people, well, how can I help you? No, it's not about me. How can I help you? Leverage me, allow me to help you, right? I'm good. This is what I do for a I help people for a living. I do this on a daily basis and I love doing it, right? And I guess I need to start betting wagers on people that say that they can't do things, and then I'll prove it to them, and then they have to pay me a wager plus mine. But anyway, no, I'm just joking. But I get joy out of having people say, "Well, hey, I can't do this." But then I just ask simple questions. Uh, I hone in on them. What's your story? Where you from? Well, where your kids? Like, what have you done? Are you a mom? Are you single? What are your interests? Right? And those things are most important and valuable and motivating. And it's your story. It's a part of your story. Your story is the most important thing because people want to know who you are, what you do, right? In cases. And what motivates me is that we're here, right? And I love entrepreneurs. Like so I spoke at a meetup in the the uh the the guy who hosted, he was like, man, it's like, man, Derek, and I was expecting more people. I said, man, it's not about the quantity. That's about the quality because everybody's interest, they sometimes won't align with you, right? But when you can connect with people individually, right, that's the most important thing. So that's what we were able to do. We were able to connect with each other, intimate crowd. That doesn't matter about the size. It's about what you're getting out of this. Like, are you getting something out of this? Have I made an impact? And just like I told Brother Reese, I said, Brother Reese, whenever I stop adding value to you, I give you permission to block my number and not pick up my phone and just ignore me, right? And so we have to start doing these things for our lives. Start blocking people that don't mean us no good, that are wasting our time, that are not adding value to us. We got to be intentional, just like we're intentional with watching certain TV shows. We can replace that with motivating the education stuff, right? So, 12-week year, motivating book has changed my life. I joined the program. That's why I'm here today to talk about it. So, what I want you guys to do is to just take a deep dive and follow the steps. See what you can do, what the difference is from now. And that's why I always ask people, where were you? How were you before we spoke? And then where are you now? Where are you to kind of compare because you want a comparison, right? Because I've done so much within the short span of my lifetime. So that's why I'm motivated and educated to help people and guide people, right? Because it's my business acumen. That's what I love doing. I love helping. So, with that, I think that is everyone. Let's see, Jenny, Deborah, Brian. Introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are and what you do, and have you read the book?
So, hey everyone, good morning. I've not read the book. I'm aware of it, but interesting thing is that I'm 12 weeks in to my multifamily journey. So it's a great
Shut the
parallel.
front door. Shut the front door. That's
Uh-huh.
confirmation, brother.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
confirmation.
And hey, Jenny, it's nice to virtually meet you. I was one of the folks that commented on your post in RE Mentor, and just have the faith, patience, and consistent action. So, everyone, I'm an investor out of Tampa, Florida, and um, one of my goals in my first 12 months. So I've got a little while to go, but I want 200 units at the end of my first 12 months. And Jenny, like I mentioned on your post, it might only require one or two purchases to get to your goal. So have patience. And in my case, it certainly could be just one or two purchases that gets me there. I've been looking at 200 unit deals right now. So, hey, it could happen quickly. Um, I'm just enthusiastic and excited to know all of you and be part of the journey together and contribute what I can and learn what I can along the way.
You know what's so motivating to me is like when I'm listening, I hone into people's stories, and I'm like 200 units. That's big. Notice everybody that has spoke. Nobody said that they want to buy a single family home to invest. It's something big. This is you want to be intentional with. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
invest in 200 units and hang out with people that are buying houses.
Nope.
Right? It can't work. You can't be a millionaire or ascribe to be a millionaire and you're hanging out with broke people, right? You got to be able to hang out in the right areas. So this is the right area. Everybody has said something huge, something big, right? Because our minds can handle it. We have the capacity to do that. So congratulations, brother Brian. Hey, we definitely be talking, man. So you're on your way. You're asking the right questions. You're asking the right ask the right questions, you'll get the right answer. Telling you, that's what it's all about. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So that is the end. I've got to go, so make sure that everybody has the link for the next event that's getting ready to come on. So I got to get ready to hop on and get to the property tour. So, but I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you for showing up for yourself. And it's something that I always say in our daily accountability call. When you show up for yourself, you show up for others. And when you're showing up for others, you're showing up for yourself. Nobody ever has to lose in business. If you create a win-win situation, man, and then you spiral it, you're consistent with it, and you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again. Just imagine what you do today can pay you 10 years from now, but you already have something that's paying you now. Now you just never know. You just never know. So I continue to help and give and give and give. So with that, I want to thank you guys for showing up today. So 12 weeks from now, we want to come back, see where we are, see what we've done, and then just grow from there. All right.
Yeah,
And then
that's
last
August 12th, 2023,
August 12th, is that a Saturday?
Saturday.
All right. So August 12th. Thank you. Thank you, brother Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony, the motivator.
Brother
And
Derek,
say that again.
I just wanted to mention the 4 pillars that you talked about with me yesterday.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it real quick.
Real quick, motivation. That's
Okay.
what you gave
One.
me first of all, and we started
Hey.
talking.
Yeah, let's go.
Education. I'm working
Okay.
on that. But that's not my issue. My issue, my spot was planning. The plan, and number 3. And 4 is action. I could not get to 4 before I did number 3. So thank you, Derek.
Look, Miss Deborah, I'm sending you a virtual hug, but when we see each other, I'm gonna give you the biggest hug because I call Miss Deborah mom. Call her Deborah mom.
That's
But
good. That's good. I only have sons, so come on. Yeah, one more now.
yeah, they might get jealous, but it's okay. So, but I gotta go there texting me now to hop on. So, but thank you. I'm glad that you hopped in with that. So the 4 pillars: motivation, education, plan, and take action. So with that, thank you guys. I want to say thank you again, man. I'm so glad each and every one of you guys came on. So all right, I gotta go. I see y'all in the virtual tour.
Okay.
All right, thanks guys. Hey, Morning, you can end the recording.